You ever maybe search on YouTube for different types of betting strategies, or you're watching a couple videos and some guys are telling you plays that they like, but they're not really getting into specifics. They're just like, I like this play and I like this play, so that's what I'm betting. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you the why, okay? Why my betting strategy is what it is, how I use it, and really get into the nuts and bolts. So maybe you can get your wheels turning a little bit and to help you become a better, sharper sports bettor when it comes to positive EV betting or just gambling in general. Come on, let's go. So let's hop into the tool. Let's pull it up right now, right? I'm on the positive EV tool over at OddsJam. Okay. And so we're just going to look at one particular play, actually, a play that I'm already on because I love the odds, right? So everything here, all right, everything here is important to understand. Some videos that I've made in the past, I do ignore a lot of these, but I understand each category and how they impact the bet. But I just tend to ignore them because I like to simplify things, right? As gamblers, we're always over analyzing, we're getting into the weeds too much. And I like to zoom out and just kind of make it a really simple and easy approach, right? So, for instance, right here, this play, this Rangers Orioles money line for tomorrow. Book out in Arizona, Superbook. I'm already on this book. Okay. So if you're unfamiliar with positive expected value betting, basically what this tool does, it's just taking a look at all the different prices out there for this match tomorrow. Okay. So as you can see, a lot of the books like BetMGM, FanDuel, Caesars, they all have it around plus 115. Okay. But Superbook out here in Arizona has this at plus 128, right? So that means if we bet $100 on the Rangers to win, if you only had a DraftKings account, you'd make 110 bucks. But if you had a Superbook account and you bet 100 bucks, you'd make $128, right? So there is no gut feeling when it comes to positive expected value betting with OddsJam. They're just taking all the markets, showing you all the prices. It's just like if you wanted to go to a website to look for the price for bananas, right? All the different grocery stores, maybe in your 15-mile radius, this is basically what it is. They're just going to show you the price. And there's one grocery store that has bananas priced really low right now. So, where are you going to go buy your bananas? That's all this is. I don't know jack squat about the Rangers or the Orioles and their rosters or what's the pitching matchup tomorrow. I don't know. But this tool just scans and shows the biggest discrepancies. So that's why I really like this Rangers play. But beyond that, that's what this whole tool does, right? Every play here that I'm scrolling on, all these plays have an edge. All these plays are big discrepancies, okay? But I keep my bets within a certain width, within a certain criteria, okay? So first off, I only look at the no vig fair odds. That's cool, Billy. What the hell is a no vig fair odds, right? So if you're going to buy a car, it's one of my favorite examples here. You're going to buy a car and you want to buy a Jeep Wrangler and it's a used 2020 Jeep Wrangler, you know that the market price is 20 grand for this car. You've looked at other dealerships. Jeep Wranglers are going for 20 grand. The fair price, though, the Kelley Blue Book price of this car is $17,000, right? And then there's a guy on Craigslist selling you a Jeep 2020 Jeep Wrangler for $15,000. You're going to take that every time. That's what this tool is. So the no vig fair odds, the fair price, and there's never an exact fair price, but as close as we can get it, is plus 119, right? So the average odds is plus 115. That's what most of these books here have it at. But the fair odds is plus 119. And we can get this at plus 128. So we're getting a better price than the market price, and we're getting a better price than the fair price. That has expected value. Remember when I went back and I said if you just had a DraftKings account and you bet 100 bucks, you'd make $110 if this bet wins. But if you had a Superbook account and this bet hits on a $100 bet, you make $128. Well, that difference, that $18, that expected value, that's the little bit extra cash you're going to get when you hit this bet or when I hit this bet tomorrow. And when we do that 5 times, 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, 5,000 times, and you're constantly getting an edge, yeah, we're not going to win every single bet, but the bets that we do hit, and we're going to, because these are all really sharp sports books, it's Vegas, people. The lights stay on for a reason. That's the positive expected value edge. That's how our bankroll grows over time. Now, if you don't know, all odds are associated with a win probability. That means the chance that we have of actually winning, right? So plus 119, right here, this plus 119.61. That means we have a 45.54% chance of hitting. Okay, so it's a little less than 50%, right? So if we're looking at other odds, okay, other ones like this Southampton, this EPL match, right? We see that the fair odds are plus 173, and that means we have a 36.5% chance. So you can see the difference between plus 119 to plus 173, the chance that we actually have to win. So that's a big discrepancy. So for me, I like to base everything off of a unit, right? So how do I know how much I like to bet? Right. We already know that I like the no vig fair odds. That's all I pay attention to. But there's a criteria that I use it as, right? So now that you know that all odds are associated with a win probability, now you can find out that basically I place my bets between minus 200 to plus 130. Now, on the EV tool, my filters are just recommended filters, okay? And it's something that OddsJam's come up with. And I am working towards trying to get my 7th straight profitable month since Halloween. And obviously, this year we're in May. I've had every month this year I've made money. Link in the description, my OddsJam profile, so that you can actually take a look at my each day if you're interested. All right. So recommended filters. And these are the plays that I make, minus 200 to plus 130. Right. So I like to keep it between minus 200 and plus 130. Plus 130 basically gives me a fair chance of 43.5%. So I like to keep it at 43.5% or higher. So that means if it was plus 120, it's a higher chance than 43.5% for me to win. Right. And that kind of helps me deal with my variance. And guys, link in the description is my OddsJam dashboard that'll show you that I'm going towards, I've had a profitable month every month this year using this strategy. And so you can see for yourself, but I still deal with quite a bit of variance on a day-to-day basis. Going through some crazy swings right now in May as we speak. So when I talk about unit size, right? So 1 unit for me is $275. Now, it didn't start out this way. Way back in January, it was below $200. But I've had a profitable month every month this year, so I just continue to grow. So as you can see, $275 my unit size. So here below on the ticker, I'm going to have running across. Okay. So you already know that I only bet between plus 130 and minus 200. And when I mean that, I mean what the no vig fair odds are. So see this Pirates money line, my hometown team, they're plus 140. I'm not going to bet that. Why? Because it's outside of plus 130. Why? Oh, because it has only a 41% chance of winning. I don't like that. I'm not saying it's a bad play. It definitely can hit. Leave a comment in the video if you think I'm an idiot and I should play this, but I don't play it. And it's hard for me to deviate from my strategy because I've done very well for myself. So I don't make this Pirates bet. I won't make this Southampton bet. I won't even make this Orioles Rangers bet, right? So when I say plus 130, I'll play anything that's within that. So like the Giants money line tomorrow on Desert Diamond, I'm going to hop on that play. Okay. But plus 145 on this tennis match, I'm not going to play that. So I'm already limiting myself to certain plays, but that's because that's my personal preference. I like to keep my win percentage at least 43.5% or higher, right? Now, all these plays have an edge. So technically, mathematically, in the long run, you are profitable, but you're going to have to really deal with a lot of swings and variance, right? Why is that? Well, like we talked about the Southampton match, I mean, it only has a 36.5% chance of winning, and it could win. But, and this is something that's made me difficult for people, and I want to explain. You see, when we're talking about the Southampton matchup, right? If you just bet plus 174 odds, we'll just round up here, plus 174 odds, okay? If those are only the plays that you ever bet, okay, as long as you're winning those bets at over 36.5% of the time, so 37% or more, you're going to be profitable in the long run. Okay. That's how it works. Okay. Because you're getting a really good return. So that's the key point here is if you placed 100 bets at plus 174 odds, you just have to win 37 of them to basically break even. So on the ticker below, you can see anything that's minus 110 to minus 200. I'm going to place that $275 on, right? That my 1 unit. That's what I'm going to do between minus 110 to minus 200. Okay. Now, if it's not like that, so let's just find an example here, right? So if we're looking at this Giants Brewers, right, it's plus 101. Well, then as you can see in the ticker below, plus 101 to plus 110, I basically put 75 to 80% of 1 unit. So I basically, because my winning percentage is less, I lower my unit size for each play. So this has really boded well for me this year. I really can't, I have no complaints. It's been doing fabulous for me. So, if I'm getting a great play, I don't really look at the edge that I get, right? So right here, this Rangers game, it's at plus 119 odds. So I put 60 to 70% of my unit size, 1 unit, on this play. So to do some simple math, if $275 is my 1 unit size, and if I'm going to put the most 70%, that means I put $192.50. And shucks, I got a little frisky this time and I bet $200 on this match. Okay. So when I'm going through the tool, I don't change the filters or anything. I leave them as is, but I go through and I check this out. So this is my betting strategy. This is why I do it. So the first thing I do is I already limit myself to a certain criteria. And the name of the game is volume and positive expected value betting, but that doesn't mean you have to make every single play on this. All these plays have an edge, but I have found that I like to limit my range, right? It helps limit my variance. I don't like to lose more than I win, right? So maybe one day I'll start venturing into these higher odds, but it's just not really for me. It's not my cup of tea. So what I want you to use here with my strategy is look at this, look at what I'm doing, and then critique it yourself. The only way you're really going to know if this works for you is if you actually just jump in the pool and start messing around and seeing what's going on, right? So you kind of have to tailor this. This is kind of a trial and error. But hey, guys, if you're on my YouTube channel, I'm the guinea pig here. Okay. I make videos almost every day. I'm the guinea pig here. So I can show you, again, link in the description, my dashboard. You can find out by just following me, taking a look at my plays. Also, I post my plays on Pickett, a third-party non-verified tracker. They scrape from all my American sports books. I do have some offshore books, but they scrape from my American books. So you can see all my plays on there. But, if you're interested in OddsJam, I highly suggest also link in the description, trying their 1 week free trial. Doesn't cost you anything. Just check it out. You can get a lot of access to a lot of tools. I'm going to link also in the description my betting strategy, just like this. I'm going to go when I hit some plays and kind of show you a little bit. Today, it wasn't so much about hitting plays, but just kind of explaining why, right? It kind of comes down to personal preference. And if you see some other guys out there that are using the tools, I probably am on the opposite end of them. I don't take this recommended bet size into consideration. And the biggest reason why is because usually it's player prop bets that have a really high percentage. And I like to focus more of my funds on main money line spreads, over unders, because that's where I think, in my opinion, Pinnacle is really, really sharp. So again, reach out to me on Twitter if you have any questions. Leave a comment, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you like this type of content, if you want to talk to me and get on a Zoom call, I'll be happy to kind of break down things for you, help you out. Whether you're located in the States or you're located outside the States, I can definitely try to help you out. And if this is something that you're really interested in, again, you're thinking of trying OddsJam, you're going to save 20% using my promo code Billy20. Okay. So this tool that I have right here is $200 a month. If you use my code, you save $40 a month. So it'd be $160. I'm also going to link in the description a video I made earlier this week about how you can use the low holds and the arbitrage tools to take advantage of those sportsbook sign-up promos to really help grow your bankroll fast, right? Maybe you only have $300, $400, $500 to start with. I can show you really easy how you can make a couple $100, maybe even $1,000, depending on your appetite, your risk appetite, how you can really grow your bankroll. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And if you, again, have any questions, reach out to me. But until the next video, guys, take it easy.